Think you know everything about the oil you use? How about corn oil? Is it really as good as they say it is? Well, let's dive deep into the golden, glossy world of corn oil, a staple in many kitchens and a favorite among food giants. Subscribe as we expose the evils of big food and big pharma, and what you can do to stay healthy when they're trying to make you sick. This isn't just about some corny jokes, we're talking about the corny truth. You see, corn oil, with its mild flavor and high smoke point, is often the darling of fried food lovers. It's like the superhero of the culinary world, swooping in to save your chicken wings from becoming a charred mess. But what if I told you that our superhero has a dark side? Dun dun dun. And it's not just any corn oil we're talking about the big players, the popular brands that you see on the grocery store shelves. Yes, the likes of Mazola and others. They're like the A-list celebrities of the food industry, always in the limelight, always on your dinner plate. But here's the thing, just like celebrities have their off-screen secrets, corn oil has its off-bottle secrets. And these secrets are not just about some harmless pranks, they're about something that can potentially impact your health. Spoiler alert, it's not all good news. Oh, and let's not forget about the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. The balance between these two is vital for our health. But guess what? Corn oil is like a rebellious teenager, tipping the scale with its high omega-6 content. Not exactly the balance we're looking for, right? And then there's the processing. Oh, the processing, you'd think corn oil is just squeezed out of corn kernels, right? Wrong. It's like a beauty pageant contestant going through numerous rounds of bleaching, dyeing, and being doused with hexans, all to look good in that clear bottle. So is corn oil really the superhero it's made out to be? Or is it a villain in disguise? Is it the golden, healthy choice they make it out to be? Or is it a ticking time bomb in your kitchen cabinet, ready to uncover the corny truth about corn oil? Buckle up. Ever wondered how that golden liquid in your kitchen started off as a humble corn kernel? Let's pull back the curtain, shall we? Imagine a cornfield, waving gently in the wind. Picture the golden kernels, ripe and ready for harvest. That's where our journey begins. The corn is harvested and the kernels are separated from the cob. But don't be fooled by their innocent appearance, these little kernels have a long journey ahead. First they're soaked and steamed to soften them up. It's like a spa day for corn. But instead of a relaxing massage, the kernels are then ground into a mushy paste. It's a rough life for a kernel. But we're not done yet. This corn paste is then spun around in a centrifuge. It's like a roller coaster ride for the corn, only this ride separates the oil from the rest of the kernel. Now you may be thinking that this oil is ready to make its way to your kitchen, but hold your horses, we're only halfway there. This is where things get a bit messy. The oil is refined, which is a fancy way of saying it's cleaned. But this isn't any old spring cleaning. This involves bleaches and dyes to make the oil look pretty. After all, nobody wants murky oil in their salad dressing, right? But wait, there's a surprise guest at this party. Hexans. These are solvents used to extract every last drop of oil from the kernel. We wouldn't want to waste anything now, would we? Finally, the oil is deodorized because nobody wants their food to smell like a cornfield. And voila! From the cornfield to your kitchen, that's the journey of a corn kernel to a bottle of oil. Quite a journey, isn't it? But wait, there's more! Did you know your beloved corn oil could be playing tricks on you? That's right, people. It might seem like a golden glistening gift from the corn gods, but there's a dark side to this seemingly innocent cooking staple. Let's talk about omega-6 and omega-3, two polyunsaturated fats that our bodies need. Now, omega-3 is like the superhero of the fat world, helping to reduce inflammation and promote heart health. It's the kind of fat you want on your team. Omega-6, on the other hand, isn't inherently evil, but it's a bit like that friend who doesn't know when to stop. In the right amounts, omega-6 is beneficial, but too much of it can lead to inflammation and related health issues. Now guess what corn oil is brimming with? You got it, omega-6. The ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 in corn oil is roughly 50-1. That's like having 50 villains to one superhero. You don't have to be a comic book fan to know that's not a fair fight. And it's not just about inflammation. This imbalance can lead to other problems like heart disease, cancer, and autoimmune diseases. It's like a domino effect, with one issue leading to another, all thanks to our friend corn oil. But wait, there's more. Corn oil undergoes heavy processing, which includes bleaching, dyeing, and the use of hexans. Sounds more like a chemistry experiment than something you'd want to fry your eggs in, right? All these processes are meant to make the oil look good and last longer on the shelves, but they do nothing for your health. So my friends, the next time you reach for that bottle of corn oil, remember the imbalance of omega-6 to omega-3, remember the potential for inflammation, and remember those unnatural processing methods. Suddenly that golden liquid doesn't seem so innocent, does it? Ready for the biggest plot twist since The Sixth Sense? Here it comes. In a world where we're constantly being bombarded with health advice, it's easy to fall for the marketing ploys of big food companies. They've got their tactics down to a science. They know just how to make their products seem like the healthiest option on the shelf, even when they're not. And corn oil is one of their biggest stars. Picture this. You're walking down the grocery store aisle and there it is. The golden, glossy bottle of corn oil, shining like a beacon of health. The label is adorned with pictures of fresh corn and promises of heart health benefits. It almost makes you want to start deep frying everything, right? Well, hold on to your popcorn, guys, because this is where things get a little bit oily. Big food companies, like the ones behind popular brands such as Mazola, have been pushing corn oil as a healthy option for years. They've got commercials with smiling families, catchy jingles, and claims about omega-6 fatty acids that make you feel like you're doing your body a favor by using their product. But here's the rub. These claims are, at best, half-baked. While it's true that corn oil contains omega-6 fatty acids, what they don't tell you is that it's also high in omega-6 compared to omega-3. This imbalance can lead to inflammation and other health problems. And if that wasn't enough to make you rethink your cooking oil choices, consider this. Corn oil undergoes heavy processing involving bleaches, dyes, and hexans to achieve that appealing golden color. Doesn't sound so appetizing now, does it? So the next time you're in the grocery store, remember this. A shiny bottle and a catchy jingle don't necessarily mean a healthy product. And the next time you see a corn oil commercial, you know what's really cooking. After all that, you're probably wondering, is corn oil really that bad? Well, let's take a moment to review what we've learned so far. Corn oil may seem like a golden ticket to tasty food, but it's not as shiny as it seems. It's a bit like that friend who's a lot of fun at parties but always leaves a mess for you to clean up. In the case of corn oil, the mess is in your body, and the cleanup crew is your immune system, forced to deal with the inflammation caused by the high omega-6 content. Remember, this is the oil that's often the go-to for big food companies. And why wouldn't it be? It's cheap, it's plentiful, and it's easy to make look good with a little help from bleaches, dyes, and hexans. But just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good for you. Think about it this way. Just because everyone's jumping off a dietary cliff doesn't mean you should follow suit. Corn oil, along with its cousin soybean oil, is like the lemmings of the food world, leading us on a merry dance towards chronic inflammation and potential health issues. That's not to say that corn oil is all bad. It has its uses, sure. But it's a bit like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. There are other, healthier options out there that do the job just as well, if not better, without causing a health havoc. So, is corn oil really that bad? Well, it's not the villain of the piece, but it's certainly not the hero either. It's more like that character who seems okay at first but turns out to be working for the bad guys. In conclusion, while corn oil might not be the worst thing you could put in your body, it's far from the best. It's high time we stopped letting it masquerade as a health food and recognized it for what it truly is. A cheap, heavily processed product that's more likely to harm than help. So the next time you reach for that bottle of corn oil, remember, all that glitters is not gold. Well, that was a wild ride through the world of corn oil, wasn't it? We've peeled back the layers of the corn kernel, journeyed through the heavy-duty processing plants, and dove deep into the murky waters of omega-3 and omega-6 ratios. We've seen how corn oil, despite its golden allure, isn't the health hero we've been sold. We've uncovered the truth about the heavy processing it undergoes, a process that involves everything from bleaches and dyes to hexanes. All of this, just to make it look good on the supermarket shelves and in our kitchens. The truth is, corn oil, like its cousin soybean oil, is highly inflammatory. It's like inviting a bull into a china shop. It's going to cause some damage. And the worst part? These oils are often the most pushed by big food. Brands like Mazola oil are household names, but they're not doing our households any favors. We've also explored how corn oil is high in omega-6, but low in omega-3. It's like being all dressed up with nowhere to go. Our bodies need a balance of these essential fatty acids, but corn oil tips the scales in the wrong direction. Now, I'm not saying you should toss out your bottle of corn oil right this second, but I am encouraging you to think critically about your food choices, to question the status quo and make decisions that support your health and well-being, because at the end of the day, you're the one in charge of your health. And remember, it's not just about what you're cooking, but what you're cooking with. So the next time you reach for that bottle of corn oil, think about what you've learned today. Consider all the other options out there, from olive oil to avocado oil, that might be a better fit for your health goals. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of corn oil. Feel free to share this video with anyone who might benefit from this information. After all, the more we know, the better choices we can make. Remember, knowledge is power. Use it wisely and stay healthy, guys. Subscribe and join us as we expose the many evils of the food and health industry and show you the actual good stuff.